Oh my gosh.
They'll charge you for anything these days.
Well, you know what? They're going to be charging us to go to the bathroom on the plane. I'm telling you, it's just like put in your quarters.
I know. And then we'll have to change the fan belt. We'll have to switch out the buckles for the seat belts. You know, we'll be serving ourselves on planes. You know, who knows?
Budget.
Budget. I know. I know.
Yeah.
We're going to be budgeting a lot more warmth into Northeast Ohio for the second half of the week, but we're going to be budgeting some heat and some higher thermostats for the first half of the week. We got cold air moving into Northeast Ohio, friends. You can see where that cold air is really still circulating. A tighter level of circulation you can see back towards the north and west of us. This is mainly back towards Iowa, portions of northern Illinois, Wisconsin, even southeastern Minnesota. The bulk of this snowy activity is not moving into Northeast Ohio, so I'll just go ahead and answer that for you right now. Anything that we get that is coming in the form of the white stuff, mixed precipitation, rain mixed with a little bit of snow, that is mainly going to be lake enhanced because again, our lake temperature is only in the mid 40s with colder air coming aloft. That could certainly start off a little bit of lake precipitation. So the bulk of the activity is still back to the north and west, as I was just saying before. Out ahead of that, we still have some activity trending through portions of central and also western Pennsylvania. The thunderstorm activity stayed mainly outside of downtown Cleveland, but we did have some areas here in Northeast Ohio that did pick up a few rumbles here. The biggest change that we're going to be dealing with over the next 24 to 48 hours is mainly going to come in the forms of one, precipitation, but that stems from the colder air that's coming on in as well. So let's talk about overnight conditions tonight. It'll feel like the mid to low 30s, and for some areas inland and also south, the mid to upper 20s. Surface temperatures will hang out along the lower 40s line, mainly around 40 degrees or so. As we build throughout the day for our Monday, we're not really gaining too much steam throughout the day. We're only going to top out for some areas. This model really wants to put us in the mid 40s. I don't actually even think we're going to make it to that. I think we're going to hang out between 42 and perhaps 44 degrees. You're thinking, well, 44, 45. Well, it does make a little bit of a difference here. So some sprinkles out there overnight tonight, still with the windy conditions. We carry that narrative over into Monday and likely bleeding over into Tuesday as well. Rain mixed with snow will certainly be happening late Monday night into early Tuesday, where surface temperatures will be in the mid 30s. So we could be also bleeding over into Wednesday with some patchy areas of frost, though being on the drier side. 70s for the rest of the week there and likely maybe hanging out into the 60s. Peak wind gusts today were in the upper 50s to near 60 miles per hour in Sandusky, Huron, Fairport Harbor in the mid 50s, and even Cleveland coming in at about 37 mile per hour gusts today. Not a whole lot of rain to be expected taking us through Tuesday. I think some of this is going to account for a little bit of mixed precipitation. Snowfall forecast by Tuesday heading towards Tuesday afternoon will likely stay below an inch and a half, but that's mainly the primary snow belt here. So here's your National Design Mart hour forecast for the rest of the evening. Upper 30s, low 40s. You can see we still have a little bit of light sprinkles moving through there. Now, as we make our way through the heart of our Monday, you'll notice a little bit of pinks and also those purples moving back in, indicating some snow with mixed precipitation. I think this is accounting for the mid to upper levels with the colder air. I think mainly we're going to have some just garden variety type showers. It's going to be a raw, nasty, ugly day, to put it frank, for our Monday. Into Tuesday, we could have some breaks though, but again, it's going to have cold air moving on in, and so we'll start out with some light lake effect snow showers that'll carry over to the afternoon. We warm things up a bit, and that's mainly going to be garden variety type sprinkles here for our Tuesday afternoon. Now looking ahead here, snowfall forecast, as I said before, this model really wants to put in a little bit more in the snowbelt region for Lake Geauga County stretching over to Ashtabula. I think this is far reaching. I think anywhere from 1 to perhaps 2, maybe even 2.5 inches. But, you know, it again is Northeast Ohio, so that is not going to be too far out of the question. Now here's your Union Home Mortgage 10-day outlook. Notice temperatures climbing by Wednesday back to near 60 degrees, partly sunny. We carry that over to Thursday. We have another system just like this one we had today arriving by the end of the week there. So that'll take us back down here. But I think we are now in that territory, Lena, where we're dealing with more 50s and 60s as opposed to the 30s and 40s.
Okay. 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time, and often 1 day at a time.
You're right. 5 minutes at a time.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Jason.